Hello Rebels and welcome back to my life. So in today's video we're going to look forward and see what lays ahead for Legacy Books in both the immediate and the more distant future. My most immediate concern is making sure that Legacy Books gets through the next few months okay. Now there's a lot of reasons behind why I need to worry about that, and I both cannot talk about them and do not want to talk about them, but the next few months are just going to be... I have to be careful, that's all. Basically, all you need to know is that a lot of my excess mental energy is being spent in coordination with Megan, making sure that, you know, we're going to be fine for the next few months. I think that we will be, and I don't think we have anything to worry about. We just, you know, I need to make sure. Once we make it to August, things get a lot easier. But in that time, 2 more books should publish. The first is the Academy Journal's Book 3, which should be coming out sometime in July, and the next one, hopefully in August, is Nightblade Book 5. Yeah! If any of you are excited about the next Nightblade book, please know that I am just as excited as you are. I cannot wait for you to read it, and I hope that I am able to stay productive enough to give it to you on schedule. But that depends on a couple of things. See, I don't really like the practice of just throwing down a release date and then moving heaven and earth to actually hit that release date. And so I want to transition to a model where I finish the book before placing it on pre-order. That means the book is done. The final ebook file is uploaded. Preferably, I would have paperback and hardcover copies of the book, like, delivered to me at least a month before the book comes out. And the transition between my current business model and that one is going to be hard, because in the meantime, I have to keep earning money. So it might not happen with the next book. It might take a couple of books before I actually get there. But once it does, my life as an author and your life as a reader should be better. Hopefully. And this might mean that the big umbrella book that I wanted to put out before the end of the year, the one that I've been talking about here and on the Twitch channel and everywhere else, might not happen this year. I hope it does. Hopefully it just, I really want to make it happen, but it might not. If I do have to push it, that's really going to suck, because generally speaking, you don't want to release a book in January or February. It's just usually not the best time. So if I don't make it by December, I'm probably going to have to push it to March, and I just don't want to do that. But we'll see how it goes. I'm trying to be a little bit more long-term in my thinking, rather than just throwing down an arbitrary deadline and then killing myself to make it happen, and usually ending up in crunch time right at the end and ending up with a book that's just frankly subpar. Like, if it had this attitude since September, my books wouldn't all need new covers and a re-edit, but they do right now. Past that, there's a lot of stuff that should be done that I just really haven't been able to do. Like, there should be a map of Underrealm. I have one, but it's for my use as an author. It is ugly as sin. No reader would want it, and it wouldn't even be useful to you because, like, it's not even filled in. I literally just put things on the map as I need them for the story. That map is something that readers want. If I was a reader, I would want it. It just requires time, and time is not something that I have a surplus of right now. I was also going to start doing live conventions this year, like having booths at Kamikaze and other comic-type conventions. With the recent changes, I'm not sure if I can do that anymore, but I'm going to keep putting together the plans as though I was going to do it, and then if it turns out that I can, then great. And if I have to wait until next year, well, then I'll wait until next year. No big deal. Finally, there is the big, huge, long-term expansion plan that I have for Legendary Books, and one that I can finally really start putting together in earnest, although it is going to be very far out. Far out in terms of time, like more than a year out. Not far out in terms of like the 70s phrase meaning super cool or whatever, although it will also be far out, dude. When I say that I want Underrealm to be the fantasy version of the Marvel Universe, I'm not kidding. And what that means to me, what I imagine that looking like, is like too far into the future for me to really talk too much about it now, but I need to start planning it now for it to happen in any kind of time frame. So that is the near and far future of Legacy Books as I see it. Now I want to let you know, tomorrow's video is going to be a little bit weird. It is the last video that I recorded in April in Austin when I went there for the Smarter Artist Summit. So I was in Austin at the time, and I was also still part of Sterling and Stone. So seeing it without that framing could be a little bit confusing, but I just didn't want to lose that footage. And also Hallie did a really great job with the edit. You'll see it tomorrow. It's really good. I love sticking compliments to Hallie into the edit because I know that she probably gets embarrassed when she sees them, but she has to edit them into the video anyway. So that is it for this week, Rebels. I will see my patrons with 2 new exclusive patron videos over the weekend, and I will see the rest of you on Monday with a new video. If you aren't a patron, but you want to be one and see the exclusive videos that I make for them every single weekend, you should go check out my Patreon page. The link is in the description. Remember how I said I was only going to be mentioning that once a week in the future? This is your once a week. Seriously though, after all of the stuff that's been happening and everything, I'm just saying, Patreon would be pretty cool. But it would put some stability in my life right now that I could very much use. If you've never considered it before, I'm just saying. Okay, guilt trip over. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!